Hi there, Topher here. So today's video is going to be a pretty short one. I just quickly want to comment about this article that I recently read. And as you can see here from the headlines, this YouTuber, I guess he's a bodybuilder, he compares the Taiwanese military to cockroaches and the DPP and their supporters as America's running dog. And the point of this video isn't about the guy who said it. I really don't know much about him, actually. I just know that he's a bodybuilder and a YouTuber and somewhat of an influencer here in Taiwan. The point of this video is actually how to respond, how to react when you come across these types of insulting arguments. You see, I get a lot of insults in the comments. Maybe I'll make a video where I react to those another time, but trust me, when I get a lot of people calling me an American pig and frog in a well and stuff like that. And it really doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I think it's kind of funny. The reason it doesn't bother me at all is because this is what we call ad hominem arguments. This is when people who don't have a good logical argument, what they do is they use insults as an emotional argument instead. So people who disagree with me, instead of explaining logically why they disagree with me, they just call me a stupid pig. And I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. I mean, comparing Taiwan's defenses to a cockroach is just completely oversimplifying and so wrong. And just simply logically speaking, if it was that easy for China to take Taiwan, then why haven't they? Obviously they haven't, because the strength of the Taiwanese military, the vigilance of the Taiwanese people, Taiwan's unique geography, the geopolitical situation, the economic ties, I mean, we could go on and on and on. So I don't know about you, but for me, it's pretty easy to just shake my head and laugh when someone says stuff like this. And as far as criticizing the DPP and all of their supporters as America's running dog, I don't think that's a good way to describe a friendship. Taiwan and the USA have a very mutually beneficial relationship. It's not a subservient one. It's one where both parties have a lot to gain from being on good terms with each other. You see, geopolitical relationships are a lot like business relationships. They're built off of mutual trust, which are built off of when each party has something to gain. And just logically consider this. If you had to live somewhere else outside of Taiwan, would you rather live in a country that has a great relationship with the USA or a country that has a great relationship with the CCP? Would you rather live in Japan or North Korea? Would you rather move your family to Myanmar or Australia? How about Russia or Canada? I think the choice is fairly obvious that if you want a better quality of life, freedom, economic advantages, economic mobility, choosing a democracy, one of America's friends, it's a much better choice. And I just want to point out that if this gentleman said a similar comment while visiting one of China's allies, it would have a much different result. You see, he's completely free to criticize Taiwan's government within Taiwan, or the Japanese government within Japan, or Canada's government within Canada, or America's government while in America. That's totally fine. Nothing will happen to him. But try doing the same thing in North Korea or Iran. Say that the government of Iran are just China's running dogs. See what happens to you. Or while you're standing on the streets of Moscow, shout out to a crowd that Putin is just the running dog of the CCP. See what happens to you then. We all know what would happen. He'd be in prison. At best, you'd be in prison. That's the best case scenario. So again, just recognize that when people are using these types of insults with no other logical argument, it's just an emotional argument. They're just trying to stir up your emotions. They don't have any logical arguments, so they result to emotional arguments. Again, it's a big logical fallacy. There's all sorts of logical fallacies out there, but this one where it's specifically insulting people is called ad hominem. What do you think about these types of insulting arguments? These types of emotional arguments and not really logical? Do you laugh it off or do you get upset? Let me know in the comments below, okay? Well, that's all I have for now. Like I said, just a short one today. I hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot for watching. Big thanks to my channel members. I'll see you next time.